Okay. Okay. You got permission to record. You see it? Okay. So how was your trip?
Lovely.
It's a nice place, Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Yeah, when I was in the bus business, I used to send groups down there all the time.
Was it cold then too?
Yeah, it was. I never went down with them. We sent it was mostly black groups, and I never accompanied them. I spent
You didn't miss much. It was cold.
yeah, I just had a scare around an hour ago. A golf ball came right through my kitchen window, shattered all the glass. Lucky we weren't in the kitchen at the time. It was glass all over the place. We had a job cleaning it up.
This is what you get for living on a golf course.
Yes.
Now tomorrow I have to find a glacier who can replace it.
Don't you have to find a golfer first and make him pay for it?
Whoever it was, hightailed it out there in a hurry. Okay, Murray is coming in now.
Next time, get armored glass. You won't have to worry about golf balls.
It wasn't shatterproof glass either. I want to replace it with shatterproof glass.
You should have hurricane windows on every place
I
so
know.
that you don't have to worry about it.
Very expensive though, especially on the sliding doors.
Oh, yeah. The sliding doors are very expensive.
Yeah, we replaced all our windows with hurricane glass, but the sliding doors we stuck
Shutters.
storm shutters on.
Murray, how you doing? Unmute so we can talk to you. Unmuted. You're muted. Unmute.
Now I'm unmuted.
Yeah, you're okay.
I'm okay, except that I'm missing one tooth, if you can see here.
What happened?
I think I had it's not an implant. I don't have any screws in my skeleton, but I had a bunch of teeth that were cemented in, pasted in or something, and they've lasted several years. This one, though, I don't know. I think I tried to pick off some stuff on it that I interpreted as tartar or plaque or whatever.
Yeah.
But it might have been some of the cement that was holding it in place. So after a while, it started wiggling, and then it fell out about a week ago, about the same day as our last concert, but at night.
Did you put it under your pillow? At your age, you should get about $50.
Oh, really?
In our day, we only used to get a nickel in our days.
I got a dime.
No, I don't. For some reason, I don't believe in the tooth fairy.
It doesn't matter whether you believe. If you put the tooth under your pillow and the $50 bill appears, it doesn't matter whether you believe or not. You still have $50.
Well, if it appears, then I will believe, because there's nobody else in my house who's going to give me $50. Not even my dog.
That's right. Maybe Trump was, if you vote for him, Trump.
I think it's terrible that your dog wouldn't give you $50.
Trump probably goes around from house to house looking for money that he could keep for himself.
Yeah. So did you check with the dentist yet? Is what you
I've been trying to get an appointment. One of them is not seeing new patients because I don't know. He uses an assistant when he has new patients, and his assistant is on vacation. And then the next guy I tried, who got very good reviews and ratings from a lot of people, I called him on Friday afternoon, and he was supposed to be working till later on Friday, but I think he made Shabbos earlier than the latest schedule that he had there.
But Mary, you're not a new patient. You're one of the older patients around.
Yeah, but not with these dentists. My last dentist moved away to a little bit upstate New York. I liked her. She was the one who pasted in a lot of these teeth that have been holding for years. But she's not in Brooklyn anymore, or in New York City. So I had to do some research to try to find dentists that are recommended and receive good ratings.
Don't take this the wrong way, Mary, but I used to live in New York City, and I don't blame her for moving out.
Yeah, well, it has its it has its very good points, and it also has very bad points. It has a lot of people too, and also people are the same way. Some are very good, and some are lousy.
We had a little competition today because Broward is having an outdoor thing. So Mike Reeves, he came over here already. He's going to be over there. So
I didn't know about that. Geez, if I had known about an outdoor thing, I might have gone. Because it's going to rain, so.
Well, they're on the cover anyhow. They have one of the pavilions there. I forgot the name of the park. It's right on the borderline of Boca and Deerfield.
Evidently, I'm not on the correct mailing lists.
I'll tell you about it next time. It's too late today. I would have gone, but I have the responsibility to do this show, and I have to be here all the time. Maury, in case
you can always get Tony Pryor to sit in for you.
He hasn't come an Asian.
I know.
He's never sober. That's the problem. In fact, this when I first came on, we had at 1 o'clock. We had a golf ball go right through our window. All the glass shattered all over the kitchen.
Really?
We managed to clean it up in time. Oh, we have Ray and Anna are coming in today. That's good.
Did you allow the golfer to come in and hit the ball off your kitchen table?
He ran right away. I don't know. You know who he was.
I thought he was going to play the shot from where it landed.
That is a question. If the ball ends up in your kitchen and they have to play the shot where it lands, and it's inside the tea kettle.
They have to hit the entire tea kettle with the ball inside.
What game is this?
Golf.
Golf. You never heard of golf?
Now, golf doesn't usually take place in people's kitchens. That was what was confusing me slightly.
Well, Saul just got a ball into his kitchen.
Yeah, Saul had a little dimpled visitor.
Oh dear.
The ball didn't stay in wherever it was. It didn't remain in the house. It must have grazed the window. But being that it's not shatterproof glass, the whole glass shattered.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
When was that?
I live on a golf course, so you got to expect these things.
Okay.
Lucky I was not in the or my wife were not in the kitchen at the time, because otherwise we would have gotten glass in our eyes and everything. It went all over the place and shattered.
How scary.
Very, yeah.
Crikey. How often does that happen, living on a golf
Well,
course?
I've here 7 years, it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, really?
And the
You
house
must have begun to think it wasn't going to.
Never the windows, you know.
Good grief.
Good evening, everybody.
What's the rule on that, Saul? You're supposed to be sitting in your kitchen, and when somebody yells 4, you open the window up so you don't interfere with the ball?
Right.
Or get glass in your eyes.
I had just been there like a minute before. Getting something from the sink. There's a kitchen window right over the kitchen sink.
Ooh.
So lucky my wife and I weren't there at the time. I just take.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a window that you stand at all the time, isn't it, if it's by the kitchen sink?
No, this is a small window. It's over the sink. It's a small window.
Okay.
It's over the sink. It's not
as bad then.
Not a full length. We have a lot of sliding doors, but not over there where they got in the kitchen. I have one in the kitchen, but it's on the other wall, away from where they play.
Right. Still and all. Yikes.
My handyman is coming in. He's going to put plastic in the window until we can find the glacier. I can't find a glacier today. Lonnie is coming in.
Well, at least you're not in the UK. It would have been pretty cold.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
Well, here it's warm. It's 80 degrees today here.
So you can...
It's 80 degrees here in our dreams.
No, it was. I had my gloves on today.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't you guys use Celsius? 80 degrees would be really hot.
Yeah, but their dreams are different. They use Fahrenheit in their dreams.
Yeah, he was translating.
I don't use anything. I just look out the window, really, basically. It looks grey. Must be cold.
I think it's also you can't hold the people responsible at all because that's the risk you take when you live on a golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And the way they write insurance policies today, you have like a $2,000 deductible. So
Because you live on a golf course for that very reason.
Yeah.
Like living in the floodplain.
Technically speaking, I live on a golf course, but it would have to be one heck of a long shot because my house is away from the course.
Right.
Although I have found a golf ball in my front yard once.
Ha.
better than finding it in your kitchen.
I live in the middle of 400,000 acres of bush.
Unlikely to get a golf ball through the window, I infer.
I actually haven't even seen a golf ball since I was in Liberia 40 years ago.
Whereabouts do you live, Lonnie?
Well, it's hard to describe. I live in the middle of Trumpia. I live in the middle of the Ocala National Forest, literally.
Okay,
Which is it's about 50 miles north of Orlando.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's south. It's northwest of Mar-a-Lago, so the odor isn't good. But anyway, I know I'll be killed for this.
So you don't get golf balls, but you get a lot of alligators, right?
Yeah, I have my own personal alligator in the pond because I've always preferred to do my own alligating.
And he gets bears.
You're going to have one, you might as well have a personalized one.
Precisely, yes. I'm saving him from becoming a purse or something like that.
Yeah, or a handbag or
Absolutely.
something. Yeah, beats
a
that.
pair of Gucci shoes or however in the devil they use those guys these days.
Better than having a dog or something as a guard, a guard alligator.
I have a pit bull, and
Oh, right.
yeah, and I'll be honest with you, the pit bull is the most affectionate, most friendly dog that you've ever could possibly get a hold of. They really are incredibly friendly.
Right.
Yeah, we have friends who have pit bulls and they lick you to death, don't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the threat.
They don't make good watchdogs at all because they try to make friends with whomever is giving you.
Yeah.
But I do have.
I would
also,
worry about the pit bull and the alligator, actually. Is that legitimate? How big's the alligator?
The alligator is only about 8 feet, so the pit bull could probably
no.
take
Is that
care of it.
not big enough to eat a pit bull? I would have thought it could.
I think he'd find the pit bull distasteful. You know, I mean, there he is in there with his scales and just his nose and his eyes above the water. You know, they have nothing in common. But I do have also 5 Chihuahuas.
Oh, right.
Oh, those are definitely snack sized, aren't they?
Yes, they are, but they're also way more nasty than the pit bull.
Oh,
They are.
Of course, in order to equal one pit bull, I'd have to have 15 Chihuahuas.
Yeah, 5 isn't quite enough.
Right, because of the gross weight of dog that you actually have assembled there. You know.
Ed, how
Well,
you
pit bulls are
doing?
very dense.
Yes, they could probably get elected to Congress with no trouble at all, given their mental ability.
I think you've had a couple of them, haven't you?
I think at the last count there were 538 of them. And unlike you guys there, when someone is elected from one of our districts, he still gets to vote. I mean, if your MP gets elected, well, no, he gets elected, he can vote. But if he becomes speaker, then
They
he
can't,
and-
yes.
yeah, and
That's
all of
only
his-
one. There's only ever one speaker.
Well, if you pay any attention to the United States Senate right now, you will realize that it only takes one. In this case, his name is Joe Manchin, and he comes from West Virginia.
Yeah, I've been hearing a bit about that. I haven't really been following it, but it trickles through because, of course, I still know loads of people who are following it from the time when I lived there.
My sincerest condolences to all of them.
I don't know why you
Not the
could. Joe
vigilante
Manchin
getting
is a man of the people, a man of the common clay, a multimillionaire who sells coal.
That does have a sort of a Charles Dickensian sense to it.
Yes. It's all very Dickensian at the moment. It's getting very Dickensian over here.
Yes, I've noticed.
We've got a lot of rich getting very rich by whatever means they feel
Everywhere.
like doing on the day, and everyone else,
Well, that's
you know,
because the
can
Axis.
just drop off the cliff.
Yeah, well, the Axis powers did in fact win the Second World War. You know, it didn't look like that on the surface, but now it's certainly evident.
That's alive and well.
Yes, they are. And they're more polite, thank God, than they used to be, but they still own everything. And
No,
put
that's
everybody
worse.
else-
Actually, no, I think the fact that they're polite just makes it harder to get rid of them.
Well, my opinion I shouldn't be doing this. But my opinion that there is only a tiny bit of difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And the difference is that Joe Biden is a wonderful man. He'll come up to you, put his arm around your shoulder, commiserate with you and say that he's been there, whilst at the same moment sticking a shiv in your kidneys. However, Trump, on the other hand, is the same way. But he spits in your face while shooting you. You know. So,
I have to disagree. I've seen both of those guys, and there's quite a bit of difference between Trump and Biden. 250 pounds at least.
yes, you're absolutely correct about. You know, one of the things I did in my sordid past was I was a member of the United States Capitol Police back in '68 and '69.
Wow.
So I saw Joe Biden when he still looked, young. But yeah, that was an education. I'll take Haile Selassie, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be good if we could clone him, really, wouldn't it?
I suppose. Even Gaddafi was better, Now that I've ruined my reputation, I'll shut up.
Hector tried to come in 3 times. He hasn't been able to make it so far. I have an order here, but so far he doesn't seem to be able to connect. So we're glad that Dave Harris is here. He made his debut last week, and he was terrific.
Ah, yes, we
Yeah.
know Dave, yes.
Yeah, you're the one who recommended him. He's coming in now. He's really good. He knows how to handle that guitar.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for Hector. He's come in and out 3 times. He's going to.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind that I invited him.
Well, Hector, he's been here before without you too. He's very good.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We love him. Okay, Debbie and Ron. Okay, once they're here, we can start now. Well, the Gelbs won't be here today. They have some cousins who came in who have to spend time with. So family always comes first. Okay, we have 13 people already, so the order is as follows. I'm going to count Hector when he came in the first time, so he doesn't lose his place, okay? Pat, Harvey, Murray, Ray and Anna, Kathleen, Bob Winkler, Lonnie, Bill Pardon, Wendy, Hector, Ed, Dave Harris, and Debbie and Ron. And then I go after, if anybody else comes in, I go after them. Okay, so everybody, I think you all know the rules. Everybody mute, and Pat, you have the floor.
Thank you. The first song is This Magic Moment.
You ready?
I'm ready. This magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other, until I kissed you, and then it happened. It took me by surprise, I knew that you felt it too, by the look in your eyes, sweeter than wine, softer than a summer night. Everything I want I have, whenever you hold me tight. This magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sweeter than wine, softer than a summer night. Everything I want I have, whenever you hold me tight. This magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Whoa.
That for ages.
Yeah, I know.
Lovely.
That's why. And I had, it just came to me the other day and thought, oh, yes, I want to do that.
Yeah, real folk music.
Harvey was next. Hector is still having a problem getting in yet. He's in and out 5 times already, but we'll work on that later. Okay, Harvey, go ahead.
Okay, this is kind of a traditional Western-y thing about a guy who goes out to rope a steer, and it comes with a dictionary, a glossary of sorts. And I think maybe I'll skip that part and just go to the song. You guys can figure out what the funny words mean as I go along. It's called Windy Bill. Now, Windy Bill was a Texas man. He could rope, you bet. This the old Windy couldn't rope, hadn't met him yet. But boys, they talked of a little black steer, kind of an old outlaw. Lived way down in bottom at the foot of a rocky draw. This little black steer stood his ground with punches from everywhere. And the boys bet Windy 2-1 that he couldn't quite get there. So he ropes out his top rod horses with his back were raw. Prepares to tackle the little black brute that lived down in the draw. With his brasso spit and his stamps the tree and his chaps the boot. And the old Mcgee tied hard and fast, Bill goes to cattle root. While the little black steer saunters round till the bees begin to pour. Sticks his tail straight up in the air and heads down through the draw. Now the little black Now the little old horse went after him like he'd been eating corn. And Bill, he piled the old McGee around old Blacky's horns. Now the little old horse, he stopped stock still, the cinches broke like straw. And the old Mickey and the Samson Creek go drifting through the draw. Well, Bill, he landed in an old rock pile, his face, his hands were scratched. He said, I thought I could always rope a steer, but I guess I met my match. So he takes his best like a little man without no bit of jaw, and allows the black steer was the boss of everything in that drawer. Now the moral of this story, boys, is very plain to see. When you go out to rope a steer, don't high-hide your McGee, but take your dollies like a man to the California law. You won't see your in flag or drifting through the draw.
Thank you, Harvey Murray. You're next.
Hey. Okay, this is a sea shanty or a sea song. I haven't sung one for a while, so I'm going to sing this. I might have sung it before, but I don't really remember. And I'm too lazy to go through my old printed out and written out pages of the songs that I already sang. But anyway, this is called Blow Ye Winds in the Morning, and it's an American sea shanty. Okay.
Gordon Bach, isn't it?
No, I don't think this was written by anyone that we know. I think it's a genuine sea shanty, and folk song, because nobody knows where it was started. Okay, if it was written by Gordon Bach or anybody known, it would they would have it here in this book that I'm using. Okay. Is advertised in Boston, New York, and Buffalo. 500 brave Americans a wailing for to go, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho, clear away their running gear and blow ye winds, hi-ho. They send you to New Bedford, that famous whaling port, and give you to some land sharks to board and fit you out, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow ye winds, hi-ho. They'll send you to a boarding house there for a time to dwell. The thieves there they're thicker than the other side of hell. Singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho. Clear away your running gear and blow ye winds, hi-ho. They tell you of the clipper ships a-going in and out, and say they'll take 500 sperm before you're 6 months out, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho, clear away the running gear and blow ye winds, hi-ho. And now we're out to sea, my boys, the wind begins to blow. One half the watch is sick on deck and the other half below, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho. Clear away your running gear and blow ye winds, hi-ho. The skipper on the quarter deck is squinting at the sails, when up aloft the lookout sights a giant school of whales, singing, blow ye wind in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho. Clear away your running gear and blow ye winds, hi-ho. Now clear away the boats, me boys, and after him we'll travel, and if you get too near his fluke, he'll kick you to the devil, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds, hi-ho. Clear away the running gear and blow you inside hole. And now we've got him turned up, we tow him alongside. We over with our blubber hooks and rob him of his hide, singing blow you ins in the morning, blow you inside ho. Clear away the running gear and blow you inside ho. Next comes the stowing down, my boys, will take both night and day, and you'll have 50 cents apiece on the 190th day. Singing blow you ins in the morning, blow you inside ho. Clear away the running gear and blow you inside ho. Now we're bound into Tacuna, full more in their power, where the skippers can buy the consul up for half a barrel of flour. Singing blow you ins in the morning, blow you inside ho. Clear away their running gear and blow you inside ho. When we get home, our ship made fast, and we get through our sailing, a winding glass around we'll pass, and damn this blogger whaling. Singing blow you ins in the morning, blow you inside ho. Clear away the running gear and blow you inside ho.
Yeah, lovely.
Thank you, Murray.
Yeah, I was thinking of a different song.
Yeah. Hector, can you hear? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now, thanks.
And we hear you too. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in when you came in the first time, so you don't lose your you were after Wendy.
After Wendy.
Right after Wendy, yeah. That's the first time you came in, so we're gonna count that as that's gonna be a turn. Okay. Thanks, Murray, and next is Ray and Anna, and the two people get two songs. So.
Okay, we're going to start with a song by Mike Silva, who's an English singer-songwriter, and this is a song about children flying the nest, and it's called Not For You. This bird has flown, she's gone to try her wings. How soft and clear she sings, don't say you didn't know. This bird has flown, this is the time. 1 foot on the winding road, her shoes are tied in walking bows. It's not for you to mind, this is that time. If you think it through, there's nothing very much to say. She wouldn't hear it anyway, she's just the same as you. If you think it through, someday she may return, but only time will tell, and you may have to wait a long, long time. If she comes back, you need to know she will not fly into your arms like she did as a child. She's in full bloom, colors brighter than the sun. She's found her only one, it's not for you to mind. This is that time. This bird has flown. This is that time. If you think it through, she she's in full bloom.
Okay, so that was Not For You by Mike Silva. Now we're going to do a good old favourite, hopefully, favourite of mine anyway, by Tom Paxton. We had a couple of Tom Paxton songs, I think, last time we were here. So it would be just our luck that last week when we weren't here, somebody did this one, but never mind. We're going to do it anyway, and hopefully you will all be able to sing along. I haven't waffled enough. That hardly ever happens. I usually waffle too much, and Ray's sitting there twiddling his thumbs, waiting for me to shut up. Ready, sir?
Oh, sure. No, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Not ready. He's got his half capo on upside down. Observe the groovy bit of technology that blocks half the strings and not the other half.
That's what
Does
it
that
is.
actually sound like it's supposed to sound?
Yes. Technical issues.
Oh, we're so professional, aren't we?
My brain being the weakest link there. Okay, here we go. Oh.
It's a lesson too late for the learning. Made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning. In your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Oh, you know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning, without you, without you, every song in my heart dies a-borning. Without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Oh, you know that was the last thing on my mind. As I walk, all my thoughts are a-tumbling round and round, round and round. Underneath my feet the subways are rumbling. Underground, underground. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Oh, you know that was the last thing on my mind. You had reasons aplenty for going. This I know, this I know. For the weeds had been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. For you know that was the last thing on my mind. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Oh, you know that was the last thing on my mind.
you. Thank you for singing.
That was one of the best renditions of that song that I've heard. I've heard it many times by a lot of different artists. That was one of the best renditions. Thank you so much.
That's warm praise indeed. Thank you very much, Sol.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Kathleen, are you ready for us?
Yes. This is for Sol and Faye. I'm sorry I didn't do anything romantic last week, so I thought I'd try and find something this week. And this is a song that sort of meant a lot to me and my husband. And after he died, the first time I went out, it was Don Williams, and first time I went out on my own after he died was to see Don Williams at Cliff's Pavilion. And I'm going to do You're My Best Friend. And when he played it, sort of everybody, the whole of Cliff's Pavilion all sang to him. He didn't have to sing it at all. Oops. You place gold on my finger. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to our children, and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from the troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong when I'm tired and weak. I could search this whole world over, you'd still be everything that I need. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from the troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from the troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend.
Yeah, lovely.
Nicely done.
That was very pretty, Kathleen. Beautiful song. Okay, from England, back to Arizona, and Bob Winkler.
Thank you, Kathleen. Well, we're here for another month, and then we'll be in Oregon. I'm going to take us back to 1938, Hoagie Carmichael, Two Sleepy People. Before I was born, I think all of us. Kind of getting into it. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it people at dawn's early light. Too much in love to say goodnight. Here we are, the cozy chair, picking on a wishbone from a Frigidaire. Two sleepy people with nothing to say. Too much in love to break away. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Your father didn't like me at all. Do you remember the reason why we married in the fall? Rent this little nest, get a little bit of rest. Well, here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. Two sleepy people at dawn's early light. Too much in love to say goodnight. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it gets. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light. Too much in love to say goodnight. Yeah, too much in love to say goodnight. Hoagie Carmichael.
Thank you, Bob. From Arizona, now back to Florida. Lonnie.
I feel so weird without Bob and Susan being in front of me here. I got so used to that. I was thinking about that alligator out there in the pond, and it occurred to me that there's really not a whole lot of difference between fishing and standing on the shore like an idiot. All right, here's a song on them.
I like the feel of your name on my lips, and I like the sound of your sweet gentle kiss, the way that your fingers run through my hair, and how your scent lingers even when you're not there. And I like the way your eyes dance when you laugh, and how you enjoy your 2-hour bath. And now you convinced me to dance in the rain, with everyone watching like we were insane. But I love the way you love me, strong and wild, slow and easy, heart and soul, so completely I love the way you love me. I like to imitate old Jerry Lee, while you roll your eyes when I'm slightly off key. And I like the innocent way that you cry at sappy old movies you've seen hundreds of times. But I love the way you love me, strong and wild, slow and easy, heart and soul, so completely I love the way you love me. And I could list a million things I love to like about you, but they all come down to one reason: I can never live without you. But I love the way you love me. Strong and wild, slow and easy, heart and soul, so completely I love the way you love me. I love the way you love me.
I just couldn't resist. I couldn't resist the keyboards.
You got good sound this time, Lonnie.
Lonnie, I was just curious, what reflection were you seeing on the dark part of your screen? Did you see a reflection?
There is three screens, so it's an excellent question.
Because I'm looking at you, and I see on your screen has my reflection on it.
That's right, because I'm watching the Zoom meeting on my main monitor.
Yeah.
See?
But why is it only my reflection rather than, you know, all of the participants?
Because I learned that you can set the view on this thing to either the person who's speaking or to the entire gallery. And the entire gallery scares the hell out of me. So I'd rather just look at you, Murray. I mean, I've completely run out of Ativan. You know, I can't take the Ativan for my stage fright.
Well, now I see you reflected in there. Yeah. But before, when you were singing, it was my reflection showing it.
Well, Murray, you see, I've always had this problem. I've always gotten around. As a matter of fact, when I was just a fetus, I used to sneak out at night. The only real problem I had was I had no idea what to do with the damn shore power cable, you know. But yeah, I came from a broken family. My mother left before I was born. I came back one night after sneaking around, and she was gone. I don't know what to do.
Okay, let's move on now. I believe Bill is next, and then Melody, then Hector, then Ed, Dave, and Debbie and Rob.
That was just getting nicely surreal, wasn't it, then? So I think when I was born, they tell me the midwife slapped me and said, "Now, don't you go in there again." I'm not quite sure what that was all about. But anyway, yeah, last week I threatened to do this particular song, and then because it was a sentimental occasion, I finished up doing two schmaltzy ones for the evening. So I did threaten to bring this back this week. So I'm wishing I hadn't now, but I will. And it's the Keys of Canterbury with hats, which is a very important part of it. With hats, and I'm told incremental key changes. We might not get to the other end, but we'll see. Oh, madam, I will give to you the keys of Canterbury, and all the bells of London will ring to make us merry. If you will be my darling, my joy, and my dear, and walk with me, along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I'll not accept of you the keys of Canterbury, though all the bells of London will ring to make us merry. And I'll not be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a pair of boots of cork, though the one be made in London and the other made in York. If you will be my darling, my joy and my dear, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I'll not accept of you a pair of boots of cork, though the one be made in London and the other made in York. And I'll not be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a broidered silken gown with 29 yards of lace a-trailing on the ground. If you will be my darling, my joy and my dear, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I'll not accept of you a broidered silken gown with 29 yards of lace a-trailing on the ground, and I'll not be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a little greyhound, and every hair upon his back is worth £1,000. If you will be my darling, my joy and my dear, and walk along with me anywhere. Sir, I'll not accept of you your little greyhound, though every hair upon his back be worth £1,000, and I'll not be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a little golden bell, that you may call your servants and see they serve you well. If you will be my darling, my joy and my dear, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I'll not accept of you a little golden bell, that I may call my servants and see they serve me well. And I'll not be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you the moon in the sky, that she may make a bow to you whenever you pass by. If you will be my darling, my joy and my dear, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I'll not accept of you the moon in the sky, though she may make a bow to me whenever I pass by. And I'll not be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you the keys unto my heart, to lock it up forever, that we may never part. If you will be my darling, my joy and my dear, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I will accept of you the keys unto your heart, to lock it up forever, that we may never part. And I will be your darling, your joy and your dear, and walk along with you anywhere. Amen. Oh, I wish I had done that now.
Thank you, Bill. Okay, and now we're up to Wendy. Welcome back after so many weeks, Wendy. We missed you.
Sorry about that. There's a guy named Nick Keir who sang for many years with the McCalmans, and this was one of his songs. He died a few years ago, which at an untimely age. And that I think more people should know. All the places in it are places around Edinburgh where he lived. I met my love by the Lamb of Muirs at the dawning of the day. She gaily laid her hand in mine as we went upon our way. The leaves were brown, they tumbled down, but the autumn had begun. I loved her as the trees love wind, the morning loves the rising sun. Far across the shining ocean, where the restless winds do run, I will roam till I grow weary, learn to love the rising sun. By Leaf Water, in the glistening air, we went when the snows lay deep. In the afternoons when the dark came soon, our shining vigils keep. Through frosty days we went our ways, and we watched the seasons run. I loved her, held her through the winter's night, and I told her love's the rising sun. Far across the shining ocean, where the restless winds do run, I will roam till I grow weary, learn to love the rising sun. The world awoke to the breath of spring, it brought the warming air. But as I turned to face the light, a cold wind blew my hair. She told me gently, now's the time that's fixed for her to go. I loved her as the trees love wind, the bare trees love the covering snow. Far across the shining ocean, where the restless winds do run, I will roam till I grow weary, learn to love the rising sun. I met my love by the Lamb of Muirs, the dawning of the day. She gaily laid her hand in mine as we went upon our way. The leaves were brown, they tumbled down, and the autumn had begun. I loved her as the trees love wind, and the morning loves the rising sun. Loves the rising sun.
Yes, gorgeous.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. Okay, Hector, it's your turn now.
Hi, folks. This is an a cappella song. It's an Irish traditional tune. The words would be much later, at the end of the 19th or beginning of the 20th. But incidentally, it's called My Lagan Love. Lagan in Scots Gaelic and certainly Irish Gaelic too means low place. And after, in this case, it's the River Lagan, which runs near Belfast. So it's My Lagan Love. Where Lagan stream sings lullaby, there blows a lily fair. The twilight light gleam is in her eye. The night is on her hair, and like a lovesick linen sheen, she has my heart in thrall, nor life I own, nor liberty, for love is Lord of all. And often when the Beatles' horn has lulled the eve to sleep, I steal unto her shieling lorn, and through the dooring peep, there on the cricket singing stone, she spares the bogwood fire and sings in sweet, sad undertone the song of love's desire. Her welcome, like her love for me, is from the heart within. Her warm kiss is a gift to me that knows no taint of sin. And when I stir my foot to go, 'tis like leaving love and light, to hear the breeze of evening blow throughout the darkness of the night, where lagging stream sings lullaby. There blows a lily fair, the twilight gleam is in her eye. The night is on her hair, and like a lovesick linen sheen, she has my heart in thrall. No love have I to give to her, for love is Lord of all. Shinny. Thank you.
You aced it, Hector. Okay, I think Ed is next.
Yes, Ed is next.
Okay, Faye's finally joined me after cleaning up from the broken window this morning. Okay, Ed, it's your turn.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Yes.
Oh, good. This is one of Bob Coltman's rewrites of one of the child ballads, the Sir Patrick Spence ballad called Patrick Spencer. Oh, don't the moon look pretty? Sails like a ship in the sky. Darling, you don't know nothing of sailing. She's got a cast in her eye. When the moon weeps silvery tears, you can look for a terrible storm. God pity the sailor that's out tomorrow. I'm glad I can bide at home. If you be Patrick Spencer, and man, you better had be. Here is a letter from the king. He commands you to go to sea. How little he thinks of the danger there as he drinks his wine and song. Daughter in far Norway is sick and she wants to come home. Well, he might have brought me greetings and he might have cast me blame. He might have asked me 100 favors, God knows I'd never complain. But this running up in the rigging with a hurricane on the wing has come to a matter of life or death to try to pleasure the king. Sailing out to sea, oh Lord, it commenced to rain. Waves like an angry mountain and the wind like a thing in pain. Patrick Spencer took his glass and he put it in Johnny's hand, saying, rise up, Johnny, as high as you can. See if you see any land. No land, Patrick Spencer. No, never a sight of shore. Then give it over, boys, he cried. You'll never see home no more. Never mind your buckle shoes, for you'll wet more than your feet. And as the letter from the king, it's a damn small winding sheet. Christine, you'll be a long, long time waiting for me to come home. Cruel cold sea be a long, long time washing over my bones. That man who told the king about me, well, I wish I had him here. And the very last wish that I would have granted is to carry him under with me.
And now we come to Dave Harris, who made his debut on this program last week, and he really wowed us. So you have a good listen. You'll be impressed. Dave, go away.
Well, I'm impressed with what I've heard so far, so thank you for that. This is from Tim Hen. I knew I was going to say Tim Hen and Tim Hardin from around 1965. What can I say? She's walking away from what we've seen. What can I do still loving you. It's all a dream. How can we hang on to a dream? How can it really be the way it seems? What can I do? She's saying we're through with how it was. What will I try? I still don't see why she says what she does. How can we hang on to a dream? How can it really be the way it seems? What can I say? She's walking away from what we've seen. What can I do? Still loving you. It's all a dream. How can we hang on to a dream? How can it really be the way it seems? How can we hang on to a dream? How can we hang on to a dream? How can it really be the way it seems? What can I say? She's walking away from what we've seen. What can I do? Still loving you. It's all a dream. How can we hang on to a dream? How can it really be the way it seems? How can we hang on to a dream?
Beautiful. Dave, what brand guitar do you play?
It's a Yamaha.
Yamaha, okay.
It's a Yamaha something or other. I'm not very technical, but I bought it because I like the sound.
Have you got that plugged in, Dave?
No, it's just the condenser mic is picking it up.
Condenser mic picking it up. That's
Yeah.
good sound.
It sound all right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good. I'm trying to improve it all the time. The sound. So trying to prove everything all the time.
You like the sound of it as well. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank
Debbie
you.
and Ron, you're next.
A lot of good stuff going on today.
Wonderful.
Lonnie reminds us that in song that his significant other rolls her eyes when he's off key. But mine hits me in the head with a frying pan. So consider yourself lucky. As you can see, my hat's off to Bill for that wonderful rendition. Now I'm going to do a song by a guy named Utah Phillips. It's what do you call it when you're longing for things that are no longer? I'm losing words. Now he said this
Nostalgia, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Nostalgic. That's my middle name. And meanwhile, I wasn't even here for this stuff, but I'm nostalgic about it. And it's about a train. And then I found out I was reading a the liner notes, and I found out that Phillips wrote it about some person. But as far as I'm concerned, it's about a train, and that's the way it's going to stay. Is that the moon I see over there in the west? Or just a headlight beam? Pino Express. I know she's gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away. Is that the sun coming up over the eastern shore? Or just a headline? Try it again. Is that the sun coming up over the eastern shore? Or just a cold head behind the firebox door? I know she's gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away. Did you ever see that fool getting the whistle? Blind old man out on the trestle. He can't go up and he can't go back. Train kept on and brushed him off the track. Oh, the winds may blow, the storms may rise. Still I want to go where the best mail flies. Oh, she's gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away.
Lovely.
One more.
Hey. So Phillips, one of our favorite guys, and here's another favorite guy. thankfully still alive. Let's see. Okay, this is by Joe Jenks. He went off to the war. Whatever childhood dreams he had, they were gone forevermore. The solace and the meaning that he found in his life were his faith, his home, his family, and his one true loving wife. To make the flowers grow, all is you beside me in the gentle evening glow. All I want is a peaceful place where I can lay my head when the weary night races, to lay beside you in our bed. Running down my dreams, making friends along the way. Now and then I get to thinking, Daddy had it right. You just give everything you have to love and hold on to the light. All I want is a garden to make the flowers grow. All I want is you beside me in the gentle evening glow. All I want is a peaceful place where I can lay my head when the weary night embraces, to lay beside you in your bed. Don't carry me away, for I spent my whole life traveling, and it's here I want to stay. Just open up the earth and lay my body down below, and sing a song of heaven, a song to send me home. To make the flowers grow, all I want is you beside me in the gentle evening glow. All I want is a peaceful place where I can lay my head, and when the weary night embraces, to lay beside you in our bed. And when the weary night embraces, to lay beside you in our bed.
Thank you, Debbie and Ron. It looks it's my turn now. I last night I went and I learned a brand new song, and usually I was until I learn the melody and get it straight. It takes a little time. So I planned this morning on right before we got on rehearsing the song. And what happened for those of you who came in late, at around an hour before, a golf ball came smashing through our window. We live on a golf course, and it was glass all over the kitchen everywhere. And I've spent the time cleaning up all the glass from the kitchen, from the window, and so all I did was I didn't have a chance to return I didn't remember exactly how the melody goes. So I went and I just reached into my bag of tricks and I took whatever comes out. And the first thing that came out wasn't something that I would ideally want to sing for a British audience, but this is what I have, and I hope you folks will understand. I'm apologizing. I don't want to lose we have half the audience today is from England. I don't want to lose half the audience, so please bear with me.
You won't be offended.
Okay, it's a song. The author is Seamus Robinson, and it's about a IRA hero. Okay, and you probably all know it. Chorus goes like this: Take me home to Mayo, across the Irish Sea, home again in Mayo, where once I roamed so free. Take me home to Mayo, and let my body lie. Home again, home again home at last in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. My name is Michael Gohan, from Ballina I came. I saw my people suffering and swore to break their chains. I took a boat to England, prepared to fight or die, far away from Mayo, beneath an English sky. Chorus: take me home to Mayo, across the Irish Sea, home again in Mayo, where once I roamed so free. Take me home to Mayo, and let my body lie. Home at last in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. My body's cold and hungry, in Parkhurst jail I lie. For the loving of my country, on hunger strike I'll die. I have but one last longing, I pray you'll not deny. Bury me in Mayo, beneath my Irish sky. Chorus: take me home to Mayo, across the Irish Sea, home again in Mayo, where once I roamed so free. Take me home to Mayo, and let my body lie. Home at last in Mayo, beneath an Irish sky. Okay. And with that, we begin the second circuit again. Pat, you're on.
Okay, so this is Nowhere Man, the Beatles, by the Beatles. Yes. Is there something wrong with the picture?
There's nothing wrong with the picture, but Saul is still I don't know.
Mm.
We're not muted.
Okay.
I'm here.
No.
It's just that it's
You're in the picture.
I'm on speaker view and I'm seeing you instead of me. And you're muted. So I don't know why I'm seeing you instead of me. But hopefully you'll hear me instead of you. What can I say?
Okay.
We see you perfectly. We see you.
Okay.
Eventually. I know what I look like. It doesn't matter. Ready?
Ready.
He's a real nowhere man,
sitting in his nowhere land,
making all his nowhere
plans for nobody. Doesn't have a point of view, knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you and me? Nowhere man, please listen. You don't know what you're missing. Nowhere man, the world is at your command. He's as blind as he can be, just what he wants to see. Nowhere man, can you see me at all? Nowhere man, don't worry. Take your time, don't hurry. Leave it all till somebody else lends you a hand. He's as blind as he can be, just sees what he wants to see. Nowhere man, can you see me at all? Nowhere man, don't worry. Take your time, don't hurry. Leave it all till somebody else lends you a hand. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
Thank you, Pat. Ready?
And now, if the computer would like to show me the file, there you go. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how somebody who is 21 years is this cynical as this song paints Paul Simon to be. I was 21 years when I wrote this song. I'm 22 now, but I won't be for long. Time hurries on, and the leaves that are green turn to brown, and they wither with the wind, and they crumble in your hand. Once my heart was filled with love of a girl. I held her close, but she faded in the night, like a poem I meant to write. And the leaves that are green turn to brown, and they wither with the wind, and they crumble in your hand. I threw a pebble in a brook and watched the ripples run away, and they never made a sound, and the leaves that are green turned to brown, and they wither with and they crumble in their hand. Hello, 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 hello. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. That's all there is, and the leaves that are green turn to brown.
Thank you, Harvey. Okay, Maury, you're next.
Okay. Let me put on my spectacles and let me look in the book. And this is a very well-known song. Comes from America, from the southern mountains, that is Appalachia. And it's about women complaining about their men, which is a fairly common song for women to sing. It's "Come all ye fair and tender ladies," or in America, "Come all you fair and tender ladies," not ye. Okay. Come all ye fair and tender ladies, take warning how you court young man. They're like the stars of a summer's morning. They'll first appear and then they're gone. If I had known before I courted, I never would have courted none. I'd have locked my heart in a box of golden and fastened it up with a silver pin. Oh, don't you remember our courting days, when your head lay upon my breast? You could make me believe by the folding of your arms that the sun rose in the west. I wish I were some little swallow, and I had wings and I could fly. I'd fly away to my false true lover, and when he speak, I would deny. But I am not a little swallow. I have no wings, neither can I fly. So I'll sit down here to weep in sorrow and try to pass my troubles by. That's it.
Thank you, Maury. And now Ray and Anna.
Okay, well, I suppose this is a bit of an antidote to that, although it's equally sad. But this, the woman in the song obviously does rather wish that she was still able to be with her man, so she doesn't have any regrets.
When Boney commanded his armies to stand, he levelled his cannon right over the land. He levelled his cannon, the victory to gain, and he slew my light horseman on the way coming home. Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, since my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain. Oh, had I the wings of a dove and could fly, I would fly o'er the salt sea where my darling do lie, and with my fond since my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain. The dove she laments for her love as she flies. Oh, well, tell me where is my darling, she cries. And where in this wide world is one to compare to my bonny light horseman who was slain in the war? Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, since my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain. When Boney commanded his armies to stand, he levelled his cannon right over the land. He levelled his cannon, the victory to gain, and he slew my light horseman on the way coming home. Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, since my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain.
Okay, so that's Bonny Light Horseman. Now we're going to do an old favourite of ours. It's a song about a shipwreck, but it's got a happy ending, because the boat that is wrecked comes up again at the end of the story. And it also, therefore, is a song about not giving up, not losing hope. It's a Canadian song. It was written by the amazing and lovely and much lamented Stan Rogers, and you'll probably know it. And it's got a make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again thing that happens at the end of every verse and at the end of the chorus. So at least that bit should be pick-upable even if you don't know it.
She went down last October in a pouring, driving rain. The skipper, he'd been drinking, and the mate, he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock, and she was dealt a mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There was just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost, and the groan she gave as she went down, it caused us to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter would rise again. Rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Oh, those that loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Oh, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, and met her sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. Then they laughed at us and said we had to go. But we talked of her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 afloat in at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Oh, those that loved her best and we're with her till the end. We'll make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 dives a day in a hard hat suit, twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or we'd never have the strength to go below. But we patched her ends and stopped her vents, dogged hatch and porthole down, made cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the strain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Oh, those that loved her best and were with her till the end, we'll make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. We couldn't leave her there, you see, to crumble into scale. She'd saved our lives so many times, heading through the gale, and the laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken, your life about to end, no matter what you've lost, yet a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken, your life about to end, no matter what you've lost, yet a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
Ah, the amazing Stan Rogers. Thank you for singing.
Thank you. Okay, Kathleen, you're on.
You haven't heard from Mike tonight, I suppose.
Mike is at the Broward Folk Club has a in-person outdoor event in the park today, so he's here.
Oh,
He's
right.
on this side of the pond now, and he went to the Broward Folk Club today.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, this is another one for you and Sol and you and Faye.
He watched the recording.
I've got a cousin in Wales that I've never actually met, but we have FaceTime conversations with each other. We met through Ancestry. We didn't know that we were cousins until we met them. And we have weekly sessions where we sing. He plays the ukulele, and we go through all the ukulele songs and we sing together. But this is one that he likes, and so I'm going to do this for you. It's I think it's by Johnny Mathis originally, 12th of Never. But lots of other people have done it, I think. You ask how much I need you. Must I explain? I need you, oh my darling, like roses need rain. You ask how long I love you. I'll tell you true, until the 12th of never. I'll be loving you. Hold me close, never let me go. Hold me close, melt my heart like April snow. I love you till the bluebells forget to bloom. I love you till the clover has lost its perfume. I love you till the poets run out of rhyme, until the 12th of November, and that's a long, long time. Until the 12th of November, and that's a long, long time. The ladies' voice, not
Okay. Bob Winkler is next.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob Winkler is next. My wife has a list. Yeah. Okay, Bob, take it away.
I suddenly decided to capo this up at the last second. There's something by Donovan. Here we go. Hope it works. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I want to be in the warm hold of your love and mine. To feel you all around me, to take your hand along the sand. Ah, but I may as well try to catch the wind. When sundown pales against the sky, want to hide a while behind your smile. Everywhere I look, your eyes I find. For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing, would make me sing. Ah, but I may as well try to catch the wind. When rain is hung the leaves with tears, want you near to cure my fears. Help me leave all my blues behind. Or standing in your heart where I want to be and long to be. Ah, but I may as well try to catch the wind. Ah, but I may as well try to catch the wind. Ah, but I may as well try to catch the wind.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Ronnie, your turn.
I think I'm here. I'm getting to the point where I really don't know where I am most of the time. You know, my grandmother, the week before he died, came into my grandfather's sick room and rubbed lard all over him, just his whole body rubbed him with lard. And he went down really fast after that. I'm going to do a Scottish song here.
Oh, I've been east and I've been west, and I've been to St. Johnston, and the bonniest lad that e'er I saw was a collier laddie dancing. Oh, and I've been east and I've been west, and I've been to Kirkcaldy, and the bonniest lass that e'er I saw, she was following her collier laddie. She had silken slippers all on her feet, her body neat and handsome. She had sky blue ribbons all in her hair, the god of Bonham dancing. Oh, where do you live, lass, and what do you day? And what is that they call ye? Oh, Bonnie Jeannie Gordon is my name, and I'm following my collier laddie. I'll give you gold, love, and I'll give you gear, and I can mak ye a lady. I'll mak ye a lady o' higher degree than following your collier laddie. I'll no hae your gold nor yet your gear, and I'll no be your lady. I'll mak my bed in the collier's nuke, and I'll lie wi' my collier laddie. And it's 7 lang years they've passed and gane, 7 long years in Berkeley, when the same gentleman come begging for his bread to her and her collier laddie. She says, what is your gold and what is your gear? That was to mak me a lady. For I've got gold and silver enough, and I'm aye with my collier laddie. How I've been east and I've been west, and I've been to St. Johnston, and the bonniest lad that e'er I saw was a collier laddie dancing. And I've been east and I've been west, and I've been to Kirkcaldy, and the bonniest lass that e'er I saw, she was following her collier laddie.
Thank you very much for listening to that.
Thank you. Okay, next I believe is Bill. All right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, Bill.
Right. I'll try and do a song by John Heslop, who lives in Cornwall. John is one of Tom Lewis's favourite songwriters, and John was inspired to write songs after hearing Terry Hiscock's Silver Coin. All goes in small circles, but there we go. This one's called Candles. The sea, she is a harsh and bitter mistress. She only gives her pleasures in repayment of men's lives, yet constantly they go to her to reap the silver harvest. Long days and nights far from their homes and wives. Oh, I will keep a candle in the window I will keep a watch upon the sea. I will say a prayer to any saint who hear, and pray that my love comes safe to me. See the boat so grand along the quayside, how small they are and fragile when out upon the waves. See the men so tall and strong, the boys with faces shining. How many will bear flowers on their graves? Oh, I will keep a candle in the window. I will keep a watch upon the sea. I will say a prayer to any saint who'll hear, and pray that my love comes safe to me. See the sun go down like molten metal, horizon to horizon, the sidelights burning clear. From Rame down to the Lizard, you can see our boats out working. Our boats, our men and all that we hold dear. Oh, I'll keep a candle in the window. I will keep a watch upon the sea. I will say a prayer to any saint who'll hear, and pray that my love comes safe to me. Little Cornish boats upon the ocean, each as great as any Spanish galleon in its pride, and all on board worth more to us than any gold or silver. How watchfully we wait the morning tide. Oh, I will keep a candle in the window. I will keep a watch upon the sea. I will say a prayer to any saint who'll hear, and pray that my love comes safe to me, safe home to me. John Heslop.
Wendy's turn now.
This song seems to me to belong right after the clocks change and it gets dark all the time. It was written by a woman named Alouette Iselin, about whom I know nothing.
Now is the dark time and the cold time too. Gather round, circle of friends. Our singing voices will see us through until the dark time ends. Until the dark time ends. Until the dark time ends. We need the comfort of singing voices until the dark time ends. We need each other's company. Gather round, circle of friends, singing in sweet harmony until the dark time ends. Until the dark time ends. Until the dark time ends. We need the comfort of singing voices until the dark time ends. circle of friends. If we would fly, then we must sing until the dark time ends. Until the dark time ends. Until the dark time ends. We need the comfort of singing voices until the dark time ends. We need the comfort of singing voices until the dark time ends.
Thank you, Wendy. And now, Hector, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, when I was a child, the neighbouring farm to ours, we were still ploughing with horses. Clydesdales, as it happened. And the song is called The Last Trip Home. But it's a poem written by Violet Jacob, a tune put to a local singer. But Jim Reed and I think, no, it's the wrong one. Anyway, we also use the phrase in this song, muckle horses. The Scotch word for muckle is large, big. You know, a big horse is a muckle horse. So that's the reason for that. Have I worked in firms and frae the start, the muckle horses won my heart. With big broad backs they proudly stand, the uncrowned kings of all the land. And yet, for all their power and strength, they're gentle as a summer's wind. So steady, boys, walk on, your work is nearly done. They mair will till or plough the fields, the horse's day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. I've heard men sing their songs of praise of Arab stallions in a race, or hunters that fly with the hounds to chase the fox and run him down. But none of them compare, I vow, with a working pair that pulls the plough. So steady, boys, walk on, your work is nearly done. Nay mair will till or plough the fields, the horse's day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. Of all the years I've plied my trade, and all the fields I've ploughed and laid, I never thought I'd see the time when the Clydesdales of work would ever end. But progress runs its steady course, and tractors have replaced the horse. So steady, boys, walk on, your work is nearly done. Nay mair will till or plough the fields, the horse's day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. When we head back, our friends will line the road to greet us one last time. They'll never say they'd want to miss the chance to see us pass like this. They'll say they saw in years to come the muckle horse's last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on. Your work is nearly done. Nay, mare will till or plough the fields. The horse's day is gone, and this will be our last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on. So steady, boys, walk on. Our work is nearly done. Nay, mare, we'll till or plough the fields. The horse's day is gone, and this will be our last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on.
Very good. Excellent.
Lovely.
Excellent, Hector. Okay, Dave, your chance.
Oh, I didn't think I was next, but never mind. Here we go. This one's written by Chris Christopherson, and you might recognise it just from the opening chord. No, probably not. Anyway, it's called Me and Bobby Mcgee. Bust a flat in Baton Rouge, heading for the train. Feet are nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before it rained. Took us all the way to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. I was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy load when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby Mcgee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Then somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she finds. I'd trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, and Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby Mcgee. Oh, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby Mcgee. Good enough for me and Bobby Mcgee. Good enough for me and Bobby Mcgee. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. Beautiful day. Okay, Debbie and Ron. Unmute. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Before I start, I have to mention but Wendy appears to be suffering from some kind of delusion. Somebody gifted me a concertina in the recent past, and I can assure you that it is unplayable. It's impossible to play. So,
What kind of concertina is it? Is it an Anglo, an English, or a duet?
I'm just kidding. I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense. It's going to take me a long time to figure out.
Well, no, but they appeal to very different kinds of brains. And so if you have the wrong type for how you think about music, you will really struggle with it, in my opinion.
Perhaps I'll have to look into it. Also, where did you find my shirt? That's my flannel shirt. I've been missing it.
Hello, Bean.
Yeah, Ron has the same shirt. Okay, that's great.
Oh, now here's a song by a guy that doesn't seem to have been recognized. He's a tremendous songwriter and musician. And I just never hear much of anything about him. His name is Pete Sutherland. He's a fiddler from New England fiddler. All right, now here's a song about, well, you'll see what it's about. Across the Blue Ridge Mountains, there's a country green and fair. The roads are high and winding, there's dogwood in the air. And I'm longing to see those mountains, but I guess I've had my fill of the shacks along the riverbanks and the chalets on the hill. For it's in that same steep country that they mine the shiny coal. That's the coal we burn up north to break the winter's hold. And the ones who dig and those who don't, well, they always either dwell in the shacks along the riverbank or the chalets on the hill. When it's springtime in the mountains, there's a stirring in my soul. Also brings the flood that's caused by stripping off the coal. And the shacks along the riverbank must obey the water's will. You can watch them floating down the stream from the chalets on the hill. I guess it's wrong to even notice when you're only passing through. If folks down there accept things, I guess that I should too. Still, I kinda wish I'd been there when the land was wild and still, and the rich man's greed couldn't buy the deeds to the chalets on the hill. Some folks say it's human nature, others say it's just our lot. Poor folks at the bottom, and the rich folks at the top. But do you think someday that all could change when the people have their will? There'll be no shacks along the riverbanks and no chalets on the hill. There'll be no shacks along the riverbanks and no chalets Okay, now today's our day to pick on Wendy. So, I mean, this was not planned in advance.
No, we heard you sing this here once before, actually. It's a Bill Stain song, which I've sung many times for many decades. But I don't know if it was your arrangement or you got it from someone else, but you combined it with Planksty Fanny Power, and it was so wonderful.
Actually, it was Planksty Irwin, and it was my idea.
Okay, all right. Well, we've got it with Planksty Fanny Power. Because I didn't have it recorded, I couldn't, but it was so beautiful. So I said, we'll put in Irish tune. I thought it was that one, but anyhow, we've managed to figure it out. So thank you. We love everything you do.
Figured something out. Yeah, except you're wearing my shirt.
Okay. Just on the fiddle. I was born in the path of a winter wind, and raised where the mountains are low. Then as springtime waters came back to me, I remember the tales they told. The whistling waves of my young days, between the faded on high, but all the memories linger, like the light in a fading sky. River, take me along in your sunshine, sing me a song, never moving and winding and free. You old and old river, you change an old river, Add years to the song that's within me now. I will sing it wherever I
Lovely, just gorgeous.
Thank you.
I think you forget for not practicing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Thank you all, and thanks, Wendy.
Okay, we're finishing. We're coming to the end of the second circuit, which means it'll be time to say farewell soon. So I am going to do the penultimate. Then we're going to prevail upon Anna and Ray to, while I'm doing mine, to figure out something to end this off with on a good note. Okay, so I want to tell everybody we're happy everybody showed up, and we'd love all you to show up more often. I know you have other commitments, but we love you whenever you come in. It's a pleasure to hear all you people. I'm referring to Hector, and Wendy, Dave, Anna and Ray, whenever you're here, it's a pleasure to listen to you. So please come back. We'll be here every week, and we hope a lot of us will be here as well. We will get the Gelbs back next week. We'll get Mike back next week, and we'll get Jerry Carbo, who happens to be in Florida now, but went with Mike to the Broward Folk Club today. So we'll get them all back next week. So this is a farewell song, and it's like a semi-sea shanty. It's called Far Away in Australia. Sweetheart, I'm bidding you fond farewell. I will be yours someday. I'm bound for a new land, my fortune to try, and I'm ready to sail away. And it's far away in Australia. Soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Oh, you can't leave me, this poor maiden said. I will not let you go. But I must leave you, he gently replied, if only for a while, you know. And it's far away in Australia. Soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl that I left behind. Now in success or in failure, I will always be true, and proudly each day in the land far away, I'll be building a home for you. And it's far away in Australia. Soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Daily she waits at the old cottage gate, watching the whole day through. Then one day a message from over the sea, and I'm hoping these words are true. And it's far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Hannah and Ray, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna. You've heard this one before. It's a good sort of sing-along number, so we thought we'd finish off with this one. This is the one where we expect you to sing along, but we don't tell you what the words are because it gets fairly obvious when we get around to it. Sad story, but rousing chorus.
The stories that I love the best from sailors when they're home on rest are stories tall as old oak trees that kept them sailing on the sea. Those sunburnt men with smiling eyes, they boast of how they won that prize. With Frenchie's gold they took their ease, lived like lords, did what they pleased. Oh, they talked of cannon roaring loud, and smoke so thick it seemed like cloud. It settled on that battle scene, hiding death behind a screen. Well, I know now that wasn't true, and red blood stained the sailors blue. No ghostly mist can hide away the lessons that I learned that day. I believe what I'd been told about the silver and the gold that lie in wait for boys like me when serving in the King's Navy. I believed what I'd been told and bought the lies that others sold, and lost both legs below the knee when serving in the King's Navy. So what shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she bloody rises.
That's your bit.
Back then it was such a thing to serve my country and my king. I ran from home to volunteer on a 3-mast privateer. Now I'm returned from overseas, there are no daydreams left for me. I curse those men with smiling eyes who took me captive with their lies. I believed what I'd been told about the silver and the gold that lie in wait for boys like me when serving in the King's Navy. I believed what I'd been told and bought the lies that others sold, and lost both legs below the knee when serving in the King's Navy. So what shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she bloody rises. I still see them every day, lads hang upon each word they say. I see them but they don't see me, I'm not the one they yearn to be. And I curse those men with smiling eyes, their grey beards make them seem so wise. but there's no wisdom to be found when you're 6 feet underground. I believed what I'd been told about the silver and the gold that lie in wait for boys like me when serving in the King's Navy. I believed what I'd been told and bought the lies that others sold and lost both legs below the knee when serving in the King's Navy. So what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she bloody rises. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Hooray, up she rises. Hooray, up she rises. Hooray, and up she bloody rises. What shall we do with the drunken sailor?
And that's, of course, called The King's Navy, and it's by Tony Phillips.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you for saying. I wish we could have heard you. I could see Dave playing the guitar. I could see Lonnie playing the keyboards. I could see you all singing along. I really, really wish I could have heard everyone joining
It really sounded good.
One day we'll get an upgrade and we'll be able to all sing together.
Yes.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Okay, so with that, in around 2 to 3 hours, the recording will be up and you can all hear how you sounded. So thanks to Pat and Harvey. They will have it ready for you. It'll be up on our page, on the Hoy page, and on the Borderline page. It'll be up for all to see, and if anybody else wants it, I'll put it on your personal pages, okay? So good night, everybody. Drive safely, and we'll see you all next week. Same link, by the way, of those. I think there's another 2 or 3 weeks we have the same link yet. Okay, next week is going to be Sunday night is the first night of Hanukkah. If my computer was portable, I would have lit candles for you all, but it's in the other room that we light, so we can't. I don't have a portable, so sorry. Good night, everybody, and happy holidays.
Thank you, Sol.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Love you all. Please come back. We're so happy with you guys. Please come back. Good night.
Wonderful.
Good
night. Thank you.
Are you going to get out
Thanks,
the lights?
Tom.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.